Hi, I'm Jake Gilbreath. I'm one of the managing partners at Walters Gilbreath, PLLC. I've been licensed to practice law since 2009, and I'm board certified in family law by the Texas Board of Legal Specialization. People ask me all the time why I became a lawyer and how did I get into family law. Well, I say on the website and when I talk to people, I've wanted to be a lawyer since I was a little kid. I didn't know what that looked like, but I knew that I wanted to go to law school and be a lawyer someday. I decided to go to law school after undergrad. I went to undergrad school at George Washington University in Washington, D.C. after being raised in Texas, wanted to get a little bit of a change. And then I got accepted to the University of Texas School of Law. I think my idea was I was going to be a plaintiff's lawyer, represent plaintiffs in the courtrooms suing big evil corporations, and that was going to be my career path. It turns out, third year of law school, I actually ended up clerking for a family law firm called Piper Turner PLLC. The Piper of Piper Turner is actually Jim Piper, who's our of counsel of Walters Gilbreath right now. So that's what I did the first 5 years of my career. I was an associate attorney at a complex a family law firm that represented clients in complex family law matters. Once I was on track to become board certified, and it was that year to sort of make a decision if I was going to stick with that law firm or go out on my own, Brian and I actually started talking about forming a law firm. Brian at the time was in Austin, I was in Austin, and Brian was in the process of moving to Houston. So he and I talked, and we talked about partnering up and how that would work, and we decided to form a partnership. And Brian moved to Houston, I managed the Austin office, and that's how we got started. So people ask me, what's your goal in every single case? And I think a lazy approach for a lawyer is to say, well, I want to win every single one of my cases. I want to win every single hearing. And obviously when we go to the courtroom, we're there to achieve a positive, great result for our client. But really what the most important part is that client feels heard. That client feels heard by the judge, that client feels heard by the jury, and most importantly, that client feels heard by his or her lawyer. My clients tell me obviously a lot about their personal situation, so I want clients to understand where I'm coming from, both as a lawyer and as a person. Being a father of 3 helps me relate to my clients and helps them move their family through this situation. I went through a divorce myself when my oldest son was very young. That was a hard process. It was a hard process for me, it was a hard process for my family, but I think going through that process helps me be a better lawyer and serve my clients. The line of work I've chosen is so important to me because I want to make a difference in each one of my clients' lives. I want to be there for folks. I want to make a difference in their lives, and that's the beauty of what we do. I see families that their lives are changed because of the work that we've been able to do for them. I see kids whose lives are changed because of the work that we've been able to do for them. That's what I want to do for each and every one of my clients, and that's what makes this so rewarding. So I think there's really 2 key things that make an excellent family lawyer. One is being prepared, and one is communicating. It's amazing to me how many lawyers don't know their cases, don't know what's going on until the last minute, and they're not preparing for whatever situation they're in, be that trial, or mediation, or depositions, or just a client meeting. It's important that you have a lawyer who understands your situation and knows every single detail. And we accomplish that through the second most important thing about being a family lawyer, communication. You can have our email, you can have our cell phone. You're actually going to be invited to collaborate online with us as we work through the process. So communication is key. Brian and I are all about communication, we're all about client satisfaction, and we're all about hard work. And we surround ourselves with attorneys and staff who share those same principles so that we're there for clients all throughout the process. The decision to have my own firm and do this myself came back to my dad. My dad was a veterinarian, he owned his own business, and he always taught me as a kid, it's best to work for yourself. And that's something that I always wanted to do growing up, is have my own business, build it the way I wanted to do it, and work for myself moving forward. And I'm so grateful that I found a law partner who sees the practice of law and sees representing clients the same way that I do, so that he and I can build this firm together. I get asked a lot, what's my favorite type of case to handle? And that's a hard question to answer because I really enjoy all the cases that come in, and it's always so different. That's the best thing about being a family lawyer. One day I may be in the courtroom talking about a family and a possession schedule between 2 households. The next day I may be in a mediation talking about the value of a business or how to trace some separate property or how to divide up a very complex community estate. It's something different every single day. Outside the law firm, I try to stay involved in my community. I volunteer my time for volunteer legal services, and I've served on the fundraising committee for my son's school. What I'm most proud of, though, is my wife Sarah's work with Imagine Away. Imagine Away is an organization that financially helps families with children on the autism spectrum who are in need of services but cannot afford them. For Brian and I, it's consistent with our core values to help our community and those in need. Thanks for listening about me. I hope we can meet someday and I can find out a little bit about you.